Chris, that was a fantastic 36-14 victory here at Glasshouse Lane over Evesham. It was obviously a great way to bounce back, having lost quite heavily away to Evesham earlier in the season, and also obviously a great way to bounce back after the match against Earlsdon. Just give me your thoughts on that performance today.
Yeah, I think previous performances aside, I think it was probably more important that we really stuck in a decent performance for our home fans one last time of the season. You know, we've been so fortunate to have a great bunch of fans follow us away from home, but I think more importantly our guys get so excited when we get to play here at Glasshouse Lane, and it was so important that we could put a decent performance in. You know, other performances aside, I think today was probably the first time in a long time that we've probably looked in control for 80 minutes. Okay, a couple of early decisions went against us, and the way the boys just got back to task was absolutely outstanding, and our intensity and our commitment with big long defensive efforts was just amazing to see. It's exactly what I want from a Kenilworth outfit.
You talked there about the fantastic defensive efforts. Evesham really put Kenilworth under a lot of pressure during various stages of that match, but also it was very much a team performance. There were some great individual performances, but it was also very much a team effort.
Absolutely, we've talked about sharing the workload. You know, typically we'll have 3 or 4 players each week that will stick their hand up, certainly within the forwards, and they'll want to carry for us. And something that we've spoke about an awful lot is sharing that workload. We don't just want 1 or 2 individual performances. You know, you can see an unbelievable 80-metre try from Mikel in today's game, and you can pretty much expect that from him week in, week out. You know, players like Dan Roberts that have put 80 minutes in pretty much all season, you know, he puts in fantastic performances week in, week out as well for us. It's all about sharing the workload, playing together as a tight unit, and just enjoying each other's company when we're on the pitch. And today, you know, having been experienced in that myself, it was an absolute pleasure to be a part of.
You're slightly muddier than when I normally talk to you after matches, and obviously Kenilworth have now got 2 matches left for the rest of the season, the next one being against Southam away. So how important is it to sort of have got that victory to start really ending the season on a high?
I think the reality is, Sophie, that it's very difficult to keep your enthusiasm when you're not going to be relegated, and you know we're not going to be promoted either. You know, we're sat comfortably in 3rd at the moment, so it's relatively difficult to incentivise the players. So I think what we've really done is stripped it right back and said, look, we've got 2 performances now to finish on, including today's game obviously being 3, and just really put in some performances and enjoy each other's company. We've kind of drifted away for the middle part of the season, which is probably typical of Kenilworth, and now I just think an opportunity to have 2 away games is really, really good. You know, our away form hasn't been great. You know, away at Southam is going to be a difficult place to go to, and then we've got all eyes on Leamington away from home, last game of the season. Obviously it's going to be a massive derby clash, one that we can't wait to relish, you know, can't wait to get stuck into.